All right, this first lesson is talking about multiplying with exponents. And before you guys watch any of these lessons, I really encourage you to look at the Khan Academy lesson that I'm going to try to find first so that these rules make a little bit more sense. So the very beginning of this lab is just reminding you guys about like terms, okay? Because every single one of these questions, this 1, 2, 3, and 4, all my terms are separated by pluses and minuses, right? So it's asking me to combine like terms is all that it's asking. So if you have extra, like separate colors, I would get colors because I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color the things that are alike. So my Y's, I'm going to make pink, so I know that they all go together. And then I can make my Z's all red, so I know that they all go together. So I look at my Y's as everything that's pink, so that means I got 2 Y's and negative 11 Y's. And I combine those to get negative 9 Y's. Okay? Then my red stuff, I got 14Z and a negative 10Z would give me a positive 4Z. Okay, and that's my final answer because I can't combine any more terms. All right, I'm going to skip to number 3. So I look at number 3 and I got V squareds, and then I have single V's. Okay, so those are my like terms. So I'm going to go ahead and combine my V squareds. That's 11 V squares and positive 2 V squares. So that gives me 13 V squares. Okay, then go to my single V's. I have positive 7 V's and negative 32 V's. So 7 minus 32 would be negative 25 V's. Can't combine those, so we're done. Okay, so that's just combining like terms. So our new rule is saying that if I'm multiplying terms and they have exponents, then I need to add the exponents together. So x to the a b times x to the b would be x to the a plus b. So I'm going to add those up. Because if I had, let's say they told me to do x squared times x to the third, that would be the same as saying x 2 times and x 3 times. So how many times do you end up multiplying x? 5 times. So that's x to the 5th, which is the same as x to the 2 plus 3, which is x to the 5th. So that's why we add them up. Okay, so the coefficients that are there, we're going to multiply them like we always had before. So you could go ahead and color those a certain color if you want to, so you know that those are something that you're going to do together. So 3 times 7 goes together. Then I could go ahead and do my variables. So I got an x here and an x there. Okay, so my red stuff goes together, and those are exponents. So I got 3 x's in the first term, plus another 2 x's I need to multiply. So I have x to the 5th that needs to be multiplied. And I've got 7 times 3, which is 21 for my whole number. And that's my solution. Okay, so my numbers are negative 6 and 4. So negative 6 times 4 is negative 24. Okay, done with that piece. Now let's find another like term. I got A's. There's 1 there and 3 there. So I have A 1 time plus another 3 times. I need to multiply A 4 times. Okay, then there's also B's in here. So I got B there and B there. The first term says to multiply B 2 times. The second one says to do it 6 times. So I need to multiply B 8 times. That's my answer. Okay, let's work number 4. So this 6 and this 2 would go together because those are my numbers, right? So negative 6 times negative 2 is positive 12. Now let's go to the letters. I got a G here and G3 there. So G 1 time plus another 3 times is to multiply G 4 times. All right, and then I've got H's. It says to do H 9 times plus another 1 time, because there's just one H there. So that's H to the 10th. That's your answer. Okay, this mixed practice down here, you notice these now they have positive and negative signs in them, meaning that I'm going to need to add like terms. Well, I don't have any like terms in number 1 yet. So I'm going to do what we just did by first doing this first set of terms with our new little rules. Okay, so I've got a 3 and a 2 that I can multiply. So 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, now I've got x's. So I have 5 x's in the first term plus another 4. I need to multiply x 9 times. And then I have y's. So I got 1 y in the first term plus another 3. I need to do y 4 times. Okay, now I'm going to go to this second little set of terms. So I got these guys right here I need to do. So I'm going to do the same thing again. So here's a 5. There's no other number to multiply it with, so I'm just going to write this 5 down. Here's an x and another x. So I got x to the 7th plus another 2. That's 9 x's. And then I got the y's. There's y's and y's. Okay, so there's 2 y's in the first one plus another 2. That's y to the 4th. Now we never did use this plus sign, so I'm going to bring it down. And it says I need to add like terms. Can I do that? Yes. This right here is x9, y4, and so is this x9, y4. So how many x9, y4s do you have? 6 plus 5, which is 11. There's your answer. Okay, let's do number 3, and then you can practice. So I'm first going to start with this little group right here that I need to simplify. Okay, so I got 5 times 4. So 5 times 4 is 20. And then we have m's. So there's m and m. So the first group is m to the 5th. The second group has 1 m. So that's m to the 6th. And then lastly, I've got n's. 2 n's in the first group plus 9 in the second group. That gives me 11 n's. Okay, let's bring down everything we haven't used yet. This minus sign and this 17m6n11. Oops. All right, so do these terms match? m6n11, m6n11? Yes, they do, so I can combine these to whole numbers. 17 minus 20 is negative 3 m6n11. And we're done. So go to the next page and do these 8 practice questions on this page.